Good day everyone, I am Tormis, and in this video, we will discuss monsoon and intertropical convergence zone. I guess you'd already encountered these words from a weather forecast news, and I also guess that some of you may already know about these concepts. We're going to touch plenty of concepts revolving meteorology, and Mr. Janel Jonyo already discussed comprehensively some parts of my report. So now let's discuss what monsoon is. Monsoon is a seasonal change in direction of strong winds of a certain region. It may cause wet and dry season throughout the tropics. Monsoon wind blows from cold to warm regions. The most common monsoon is the Asian monsoon, and it is comprised of two types of monsoon, the summer monsoon and the winter monsoon. Summer monsoon is associated with heavy rainfall between April and September. It brings humid climate and torrential rain. It is also called a southwest monsoon or locally called as hanging habagat. As the winter ends, warm moist air from southwest Indian Ocean blows towards India, Myanmar, Sri Lanka, and Bangladesh. Southeast Asian countries are dependent on monsoon in terms of agriculture. They track rainy seasons as most of the countries doesn't have irrigation system. It helps in supporting hydroelectric power plants. Crops like rice and tea rely on tracking system of monsoon. Rains keeps cow healthy and well fed, and it will produce greater milk in rainy seasons. Summer monsoon also has adverse effects. Strong summer monsoon can cause flood that may destroy lives and properties. On the other hand, winter monsoon is associated with dry seasons, and it is also called as northeast monsoon or locally called as hanging amihan. It is less powerful than summer monsoon due to the Himalayas range, which blocks winds from reaching the coast. It is rampant during the times of October to April. The Eastern Pacific coast of Southeast Asia has a unique experience of winter monsoon, just like our country. Instead of a dry season, the countries within this vicinity experience rainy winter monsoon. Aside from the Asian monsoon, there's also called as the North American monsoon. It happens once a year, usually in the middle of summer. Warm moist air from the Gulf of California blows northeast, while warm moist air from the Gulf of Mexico blows northwest. Another one is the Asian-Australian monsoon. It includes the Indian Ocean, stretches from northern Australia to Russia-Pacific coast. Both of the other monsoon experiences summer monsoon. So now let's take a look at these notes as a sort of review. Low pressure area is the area where trade winds from regions collide, rising upwards and eventually form clouds. High pressure area is the area where clouds are inhibited to form due to high surface pressure. It is also the area where easterlies and westerlies come from. So next is the westerlies. Westerlies are wind from high pressure area blowing from the west towards low pressure area. On the other hand, easterlies are also called as trade winds, are winds from high pressure area blowing from east towards low pressure area. So now let's define the ITCZ or the Intertropical Convergence Zone. It is the region encircling the Earth near the equator. It is where trade winds of the northern and southern hemisphere come together. The sun warms up the water at the highest point near the equator. Hot winds collide, forming a low pressure, and it will produce cloud and thunderstorms. ITCZ develops where the band of low pressure area located. So in this picture, you can see the movements of the trade winds from high pressure areas to low pressure areas. In another picture, you can see these cells surrounding the Earth, and they serve as the boundary of high pressure area and low pressure area. Trade winds and westerlies travel towards the low pressure areas in the vicinities of the cell. There's also an intertropical convergence zone labeled near the equator or near the low pressure area. So now let's distinguish the similarities and differences of monsoon and ITCZ. First is their similarities. Both of them are dependent to the easterlies and westerlies. Another one, they bring rainy or humid climate. For their differences, monsoon is from the left and intertropical convergence zone is from the right. So for the monsoon, it extends over the whole year. On the other hand, ITCZ is rampant during May to October. Another one is that monsoon may change the location of low pressure area. On the other hand, the location of ITCZ depends where the band of low pressure area located. Other differences is that monsoon may change the location of wind origin. On the other hand, ITCZ is located near the equator or it could be 30 degrees north of the equator. Lastly, monsoon can cause dry climate while the ITCZ can only cause rain and wet climate. So that's the end of this video. I really hope you learned and I'll see you guys very soon. Later.